Hi, welcome to Punchline Talks. My name is Mark Owen, and today I'm joined by Andy Lewis, who is the Cabinet Member for Culture and Leisure at Gloucester City Council. Today, Andy, thank you for joining us. We're talking about GL1 and the Aspire Leisure Centre. Obviously, what a big mess it's gone under. 150 jobs may have gone. Andy, can you give us a lowdown from how you see it, Gloucester City Council, please?
Well, it's been a little bit hectic the last few days, as you can imagine, since it was dumped on us on Friday afternoon that the Aspire were shutting the doors and whatever. A lot of work has gone on since then, and we've come up with 5 major priorities to actually get the places up and running. Obviously, some places are easier to get going than others. So we've decided to do the low-hanging fruit, shall we say, and go for Oxstalls. The outside to start there, because a lot of the sort of technical stuff and whatever is already done, the cutting of the pitches and that sort of scenario. And the university have taken back the arena, so they've actually lost no educational time whatsoever, which is brilliant, and thanks very much to them. Yeah, we'll get the outdoor facilities open by this weekend. By next weekend, we shall have all the indoor facilities open at Oxstalls. Then we come to the big one, which is GL1, which is obviously a lot more technical, because you have to have people in place to actually maintain the building, to heat the swimming pool, and things like that, and do all the maintenance and the health and safety. You need lifeguards. You need people in there who are first aid trained, shall we say, to actually make sure it's safe and available to open. And now also at the same time, we are going to try and, well, we will get in an interim provider, which will provide the expertise to actually get these places up and running. And from then on, the last objective is to carry on with the procurement of a new provider, which we put on hold as of Friday, but now is up and running again. And in consultation with the market leader consultants, SLC, who are helping us fantastically, because it's not the first time that this has happened anywhere in the country. We've had some wonderful offers from the public, from other companies. We've had offers somewhere between sort of 5 and 10 of, should we say, credible companies to come in and help us out. And I mean, obviously there will be something in it for them, but I'm sure they'll do a great job. And we're just sifting through all of it and trying to get the human element of it as well. We're putting up.
That must be quite difficult, Andy. I mean, there's been a lot of white noise over the weekend. Let's be honest about it. A lot of politicizing, a lot of beating on the drum. We've been getting press releases and stuff on Facebook. And there's a huge love for GL1, huge love. Yeah. But one of the things I've got to ask you is, why was this such a big surprise to Gloucester City Council?
Because they told us they were going to accept the extra money which we offered them and sign the extra year's contract, which was decided on I think it was March this year by full council, offer them the money, and they just never signed it. And but then, I mean, when it came to a board meeting last Tuesday, I think, I talked to a couple of people on that board, and they said, yeah, it's all agreed, no problem. What's the hassle?
Andy, I've been looking at these finances for Gloucester from the company's accounts, company's house accounts.
Yeah,
and you can see straight away they're nearly half a million quid in the red from 2022. There are liabilities of 10 million for pension contributions. They had, like I said, 150 staff.
Yep.
With a staff bill of nearly £1 million annual staff bill. I mean, it was very bloated. I'd love to know what the salaries were of the top-notch guys running this thing.
I'm not going to get into that sort of thing. So I mean,
well, you got to put in question, because something went seriously wrong.
It will come out, because we had a report by Hazelwood, a very reputable accountants and whatever, went through it. And they said, yeah, it's a going concern with a couple of caveats and all the rest of it. And that's why we decided to offer them the extra money, because it was, to all intents and purposes, a going concern with difficulties, granted. But we'd done some soft market research with other companies, and they were very interested to take it over. And instead of costing us money, it might have actually made us money. So we went with the sort of the flow sort of thing, all eyes open, because we were having monthly accountants meetings with them, and it was going along. It was bumbling along, not to its best, but we didn't want to shut it, obviously, for various reasons or whatever. But they decided they wanted to shut, so they shut.
I mean, to their defence, I mean, they are a trust, Aspire Sports and Leisure Trust. It is a non-profit organisation,
Yes.
and a lot of the board and people don't get paid. You know, I would imagine a lot of them are volunteers as well. I've got to put that out there. So
Yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
people
They've done
give
a good job.
their time and expertise for nothing.
Yeah.
However, it's just a sad case, isn't it? Really,
Oh, yeah.
And you know, obviously the cost of energy costs and everything else going through the roof. But it's still, you've got to question, really. You know, the staffing numbers, 150 people seems a lot to me. But
Well, yes, I mean, but there again, a lot of them were 0-hour contracts. They were not consultants, people coming in doing lessons and this, that, and they only got paid when they turned up, sort of thing. But then you take the swimming pool. Well, how many lifeguards do you have to have for almost a sort of 12-hour shift? You know, you can't just have one or two, and then you've got to have the various background people, the people putting the sports equipment in and out, and all. It's a labor-intensive industry, to be perfectly honest.
and what do you say to the sort of politicizing going on there? You know, the other political parties are having a swift kick at you guys, at the Tories, while they've got the chance.
Oh well, that's nothing new, is it? You know, I mean, obviously, I could rebut a lot of it because it was quite private what we were, you know, confidential what we were doing. Now we had a meeting with all the councillors last night, and we rebutted everything. So we'll see where we go. I understand their passion and they're getting the people involved in the petitions. Brilliant. You know, let's get the community involved in it. But, you know, give us a chance to actually do something. 5 days isn't a great deal of time to turn a major industry in our city around, you know, but we've done it, and it will be up and running in weeks, not years, like they were predicting and this, that, and I said, no, the officers have done a brilliant job. I know they'll get criticised. Why didn't they see it come in and all the rest of it? But these things suddenly just jump up and bite you. But they've had long nights. I was in contact with my lead officer on Sunday night at nearly midnight. You know, we were clarifying a few things and this, that, and the other before we came into work on Monday, where we can really get stuck into it. We've been in contact with other councils. It's just been full on. And you know, they're going to politicize it. Yeah, fine. Yeah. But I don't think it'll stick, because they've done such a wonderful job to get it back to where it is.
And I'd just like to say, by the way, Andy, I'm a big fan of GL1 as well. I remember taking both my daughters there. They both learned to swim there, probably, you know, like lots and lots of families across the county. So I just want to say, you know, fingers crossed you guys could put it all together. It's such a heartbeat, really, of everything. It's so important for
it's a community building, community business. I must admit, the town crier was on to me this morning. He's missing his swimming, so I said to him, I had to, you know, that was be a sight to see. But there you go. He used to go in there and he socialised and did everything.
I'm thinking, mate, you just put me off for breakfast. I've got to go. Andy Lewis, Cabinet Member for Leisure and Culture at Gloucester City Council. Thanks ever so much for joining Punchline Talks.
My pleasure.
Take time, and good luck, by the way, Andy.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much.